And this week we're doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters for the Sega Genesis. So this is the same title as the Super Nintendo version, but there are going to be some differences. A practice mode? What a quaint idea. Fight! Oh, the AI is actually fighting me and I'm not seeing options here. Yes, sec while I attempt to sort out what's happening. Okay. There was a... Also, I have limited health. You lose. Yeah, what? This is a practice mode. There's not supposed to be wins and losses. Did this game include a practice mode and then not even understand the purpose of a practice mode? It seemed... Yeah, and then it just kicked me out. Okay. Okay, so... I take back the points that I gave this game for having a practice mode because that didn't actually qualify. That was literally just a versus. That is not the definition of practice before actually getting into a fight. That's like if a toddler was trying to learn how to walk. But the entire time they're trying to learn how to walk, Casey Jones is beating them to death with a hockey stick. I'm just trying to figure out the basic mechanics of how this game works. I do not need hockey stick in my face, and my health bar depleted and game over. That is not practice mode. I have emotions about this. Yeah, in any case, yeah, there's not an opportunity to just even check out what buttons do. There's not an option for that. Well, what is one-player mode then? I don't even know if this is a... like, it just says one-player mode. I don't even know if this is just a one-match, customize your own match situation, or if I'm actually doing, like, an arcade run. But if I'm doing an arcade run, I don't know why they're giving me the option of just deciding how fast and strong I am. Like, do I want to max these out, or... am I being cheap by doing that? I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my goodness, that was so creepy. Stage select. I don't know, but this appears to be the default stage. What the heck? What is this place? Is the Sega Genesis okay? Do we need to be worried about the Sega Genesis? The circle's not doing anything. That's probably because the Genesis only had 3 buttons. Yeah. Wait, that's just a... triangle is just a taunt? So there's only really 2 attack buttons then. Okay. Oh, goodness. It's not necessarily that the AI is too aggressive, but it clearly knows what to do about the attacks I'm doing. Well, that was horrifying, so maybe not go there. Yep. Can I not get enough air to jump over that properly? Oh my goodness. Let's see. This appears to be one of those games where, like, the only thing I can do is special attacks. except I have to also be good at it. And, by the way, yeah. I am in fact finding the AI, even on the easiest difficulty, just way too frustrating to deal with for more than one round. Activates too quickly. Oh, this is not fun. This is not fun. Yep. Yeah, I feel like I feel like my Sai is going through him in those moments, and it's just not counting. I am actually going to look up moves now. That's Raphael's stage? Why is Raphael's stage just hell? Also, instead of ultimate attacks, they have ultra desperation attacks, and activating them is crazy complicated. So, I am already very much not enjoying this game as much. How do I reliably activate a grab? I'm wondering. There's a freaking huge spider. Oh, goodness. That sounds like a problem. It's still going. Okay. Not keen on how silent the replays are. His bandana just looks like part of his skin. It's weird. Yep. Do your move. Move.
Cowabunga!
Good. Would very much like it. If I could activate... Oh, what the heck happened? I actually just went through him. That was weird. Good. It would be so beneficial if my special moves would work when I am inputting the controls to activate the special attacks for the purpose of doing the special attacks at the time at which I am doing the inputs. Yeah, like that. That actually weirdly worked out better than when I was just standing there stabbing the air for no reason. Yeah, he's got this spin attack where he just seems to, like, moves just go through him. Oh, goody. Thing's not working out again. It's funny how that happens. It's funny how when the controls just inexplicably fail me, I start not doing well. I am actually significantly losing patience now. Like, it's cool that that happens, that there's a stage break. It's an interesting mechanic. It's just that I don't care right now. I'm pretty sure I've already demonstrated to myself the lack of point of trying to just do an up-close melee fest. Yeah, because he just does that. It's kind of ridiculous. It is turning out that having moves activate consistently when I want them to is like having to get too many really good rolls of the dice in a row. And I just can't seem to arrange for that. Bomb. I thought that was his attack. Why did it hurt him? Oof. That last few seconds was stressful because I knew he had that little health left. And one more special was all I needed even if he blocked. And it took so many inputs just to do the special attack. I cannot afford to get close to him. But he has a projectile attack, so I don't think it's gonna work out just trying this. Yeah, it's too risky to do that drill attack. He can immediately grab me as soon as it's over, if he manages to block it. But what else do I have? Projectiles are taking forever. So he's also got, like, the perfect counter for me trying to jump kick him. Yeah, like, it's frankly not fair for him to have all this and a projectile attack. I don't know what else there is to do. I was not expecting Mikey to be the true end boss. Oh crap. He could have just grabbed me while I was in the drill. He didn't even wait for me to finish. He just grabbed me while I was in there. That's annoying. So, I want to do projectiles here then? Do I want to just... That doesn't seem to be... It's not... I see, okay. So like, basically it's extremely dangerous to be right next to him for any reason. Once again, it's like, you know what would be helpful? I can't get close to him for even an instant. Good grief. I can't do my projectile reliably. Ugh. I'm spamming the inputs for it. Ugh. What the heck? What was that? See, that would have been a good time to counter, but... He was just like, oh, did you want to do a projectile? Well, no. I just have decided no. You just have to deal with that. You want to use a projectile here? Okay, roll some dice. Ah. I'm trying to do an attack. I'm not just jumping into him, I'm trying to do an attack. But that doesn't seem to matter. If he gets close to me, he just automatically gets me in that bite, and it takes so much damage. But oh my goodness, it feels like it's more than just fighting my opponent. I'm fighting the controls themselves. That's legitimately how it feels. I'm having to wrestle the controls into submission in order to make my character do what I want them to do. That is not a good feel for a fighting game. It is not making for a fun experience. Hang on, the Technodrome? How is the Technodrome in space? On top of dirt. Feels like it's somehow getting worse. I'm trying to do the projectile and then the drill right after each other, and can't quite manage to get it to work. Are we back on Earth now? What the heck is what is with this story? Why did we bother going out into space? She 100% perfected me. Alright. Wait, is that an automatic stun? Feels like the case. So do I want to... Do I want to just jump here? Seems a bit dangerous. Good grief. Yeah, goodness, she is powerful. This is actually pretty crazy. Oh. Crud. She also moves around, like, faster than I can recover. Good grief. And she triggers dizziness in, like, 2 attacks or something? This is crazy on so many levels. Oh my. She stunned me with just 1 attack. She recovered quickly. Yeah, so if I do a low block to defend myself against her sweep kicks, she will just grab me instead. So once she has me cornered, I don't see anything I can do. She just inexplicably did not take damage there. That's rude. Ah, I can't even jump from there. What the heck? There's literally nothing once I'm cornered. And so, like, I'm trying to avoid getting cornered, obviously, but she just throws me into the corner. Yeah. No, it's basically, once I'm in the corner, it's game over. I've tried at least everything I can think of. I cannot recover once I'm in the corner. Ugh. And this now. Could you... Once again, that was a matter of the controls not working. Oof. Okay. On a practical level, I have no idea what I did differently. Now, I know what some of you are going to be saying. He's blaming the controls for not working, when really it's just that he's bad at the game. True, I am bad at this game. I am bad at a lot of games. However, there is legitimacy to my issues with the controls. And the reason that I know that is because I just got through playing the Super Nintendo version, where I did not have anywhere near as much issue. I had some issue, yes, but I had nowhere near as much issue as I did in this version. So yes, I am blaming the controls. That's the end. Challenge next level. Yeah, that's the entirety of the end. Oh, were you hoping for some kind of a story? Were you hoping for closure? It is finished. That is your closure. Now, I guess there's going to be something about I have to play it on a higher difficulty, but I'm going to Google which one is the one I need in order to get the trophy. And if there is some sort of a cutscene at the end, then maybe I'll include that. Staple that onto the end of this video. According to Google, I had to put the difficulty all the way up to maximum. And let me tell you, the AI in this game is cheap. Oh yeah, I had to look at the instruction manual to find out what tournament is. It is just you fight all 8 characters 11 times. It's like a marathon match, but there's 88 matches, and there's no health recovery. So I don't know who wants to do that. I can't even enjoy having a fight in this game, let alone that many. Just taking a look at the Japanese region variant of the cover art, is that a human, actual real life, not cartoon April O'Neil? When everyone else on the box, including Casey Jones, who is also human, is a cartoon. Could they not find any cartoon artwork of April O'Neil as a fighter? And they had to just hire someone to do cosplay and then take a picture of her. Is that the situation? She does not look like she's in the same universe as everyone else. Alright. I'm gonna do just one more run of this game. And I know that's gonna be fewer runs than I did for the SNES version, but here's the thing. I don't like this game. I don't like it, and I want to move on. I did briefly try out the other Turtles, but none of them did much better than Raphael. At least with me playing as them. Ray Fillet was just annoying. Sisyphus was a cool idea, but didn't really work out in practice. I discovered that once you start doing his version of 100 hand slap, you can't stop until he decides to stop. I don't know if it's based on how many button presses you do, but like the way to activate it is to rapidly press the button. I don't know if they expect you to just be able to time yourself ahead of time properly with prediction as to what your opponent's going to be doing in the future. But if you're stuck in the 100 hand slap animation, then you are very vulnerable to projectiles. Triceratops seemed like he'd be fun to play as, especially with that cannonball attack, but unfortunately, if the enemy blocks that attack, then you're stuck in the air for a bit, and that leaves you very open to counters. Krang might be fun under the right circumstances, I just found him a bit slow. Once you actually play as the bosses, their controls are probably way too complicated to like be worth it. Yeah, that's how you do her projectile attack. And as with many things, that actually looks simple enough, but when I'm actually trying to do it, it is not. It's the kind of thing I could do very reliably in any other game but this one. But you want to see what is possibly the most insane input I have ever read for a character. April O'Neil's Ninja Attack 2. Hold down, and then up in both attack buttons at jump's apex. So the game wants you to jump, which involves pressing up, and then at the jump's apex, you need to have been holding down, and then quickly press up again with both attack buttons. So just a quick read of that. That sounds not physically possible. It might be just barely within the realm of physical possibility to do that with a lot of practice. It seems like the kind of thing that you would not be able to figure out how to do on the fly. It sounds like it requires extremely precise timing, which would have to be learned through a lot of time spent in practice mode. If this game offered a practice mode where the AI is not still murdering you while you're just trying to figure out moves, I am still mad about that. Now, speed, I think, determines how quickly I move and jump. I think I figured that much out at least. Power, though, I have no idea what the actual difference is. I don't know if it has to do with how much damage moves inflict. And I have read the instruction manual, the in-game instruction manual. It did not provide any clarification about what power specifically means. Ah, crap. Got me on the grab. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the annoying laughter either. I don't know the exact mechanics of how the AI grabs work. I just know that in most games, if I'm doing a physical attack, at the same time that the enemy tries to grab me, generally that gets me out of the hold. Alright, it's not working out. But that doesn't seem to be the case in this game. In this game, I don't know if that's how it's supposed to work, but it clearly does not work that way. Ah. The way it seems to work for the AI in this game is simply that you are right next to them, therefore the grab happens. Even if I'm performing an attack that should cause them damage before they are able to grab me. The grab just happens automatically. I doubt the computer even has to do anything remotely like putting in an input. I'm sure it is just an automatic fact of nature that they grab me. And that's a problem when grabs do so much damage, as tends to be the case. Particularly with the end bosses. All the bosses, not just the end boss. This guy has an annoying habit of just getting to the other side of the screen and then camping there with projectiles. Casey! This could get annoying. I'm immediately annoyed. Crap. I may not be able to use this move against him. That sucks. Ugh. No. Did the inputs. I would like that to be acknowledged. She doesn't have a projectile is the thing. Yeah. I have to time it so perfectly. Ugh. It figures out that's not working, it just does that. It's not particularly good. Why is that still causing me damage? I think the issue is that he's for some reason tall. For some reason shorter than I keep expecting him to be. Why did that grab not work? What was the reason for that? Oh my goodness, that does way too much damage. What? Ah! I couldn't jump over him. He jumped at the exact same time as me and blocked me from jumping over him. That was irritating. Ouch. So why didn't that do him more damage? I understand that he was in an attack, but I don't... like, that shouldn't have negated any of the damage as far as I can tell. Ah, crap. Dang it! I couldn't even... like, it's just down and triangle, that's all I have to do. He actually might be too smart for this. Oh. No, she's not. Okay. How many tries was that compared to how many times it took me to try it with Raphael? It seemed like significantly less. So there you have it. That is apparently the intended way to play this game, is just be Casey Jones and leave bombs everywhere. That is the correct way to play this fighting game. Certainly wish I'd known that my first time around. Yeah, that's the ending. When you play it on the easiest difficulty, you just get not even a credit sequence, just just this is the company that made the game. That's all you get. How do I do the grab? So now I've done grab. Oh, goodness. Alright. Now I'm inputting the buttons that I think do the grab. Because grab is what I intend to do. So if grab does not happen, I'm going to do a rewind until my character does what I think I'm telling them to do. Also, I made him dizzy again anyway, so... okay. So that's just a... yeah, that's just her straight-up punch. Just her regular-ass punch has a pretty good chance of making the opponent dizzy from one hit. Throw, for some reason, is kick, though. So that's what I'm used to doing against my opponents. I guess the reason it wasn't working against Triceratops is just because, despite being who he is, his head actually tends to be lower to the ground. Dang it. Ah, goodness. I think part of the problem is just how long it takes. I don't know if I'm supposed to be able to button mash my way out of their grabs. It doesn't seem like I can. I think that did the same amount of damage regardless. And the complicated inputs for moves. I mean, it's bad enough normally, but on this game in particular, where the control seems so irresponsive, doesn't make for a fun experience. I don't know if I'm having so much trouble with this guy in particular. Like, there we go. Just need to try and hit him before he does his projectile, I guess. Let's see. What the heck happened there? Like, I feel like the thing to do, actually, would be her scissor kick, but it requires holding back. And I can't be moving towards my opponent and holding back at the same time. because of how that works. I don't know. How's his jump this good? Jeez. Ugh. I just need more range on something. I just need something with more range. This is actually embarrassing at this point. I don't even know if Casey would work here. Whether I just got lucky with punches. But that's all it took. But if there was a way to use my scissor kick on command without having to charge it first, particularly in the opposite direction of where I want to be. This is why I actually don't enjoy 2D fighting games so much anymore, apart from Smash-like platformers. And honestly, a major selling point for me with Street Fighter 6 was being able to use modern controls. I know not everybody likes them, but it made the game so much more accessible for me. Instead of having to input these complicated controls. I think I got spoiled by Dragon Ball Z games where special moves were just a matter of press this combination of buttons. Not this many directions in a row in this order, then an attack button. None of this quarter circle, forward, down, and then somewhere in between. No charging the opposite direction to where you want to go for a second. I know that's the classic, that's the standard that everybody grew up with for fighting games, but it always diminished the experience for me. Even as I grew up with it. I was like, there's gotta be a better way to do this. Controls for a video game should feel fluid. They should feel instantaneous. If I know what it is that I want to do, and when I want to do it, it should be a simple matter of just doing it. And modern controls make it that simple. Rant concluded.